out here. Do y'all see this plastic waving in the wind over here? Yeah, I'm not going that way. I'm currently heading over to Chick-fil-A to get me and Mom some luncheon. Both getting chicken sandwiches. I, of course, love spicy. So that's what we're doing today. But I love how spring is getting ready to pop up, you know. Just seeing the beginnings of spring with like the different flowers and everything. I have seen several patches of like open field where they have these colorful wildflowers, like yellow, white, purple, pink. And I'm like, they are just so beautiful. And it makes me think that, like, let's ballpark it 1,000 years ago. No cars, no pollution, none of the crappy air stuff we've got now. And I think about how overgrown this area might have been with just plant life. You know, I can only imagine what springtime looked like 1,000 years ago. I can only imagine. Only imagine. And I wish I could have been there to see it, but, you know, such is life. I think about random stuff like that, and I'm like, is there something wrong with me, or is it just, do people have these thoughts regularly? I don't know. So, ooh, excuse me. I have successfully learned how to yawn with one eye open. I used to, when I yarn, both of my eyes would shut, which is why I would hate yawning while driving. But I have trained myself to yawn and close only one eye, so I can still see the road. And I'm very happy. Oh man, because I yawn often because I don't get enough sleep. Excuse me. I really don't get enough sleep. I don't think I get enough oxygen when I sleep either. I know I snore. Oh goodness. I know for a fact that I snore. And I've had my own snore wake me up in the middle of the night. It's crazy. But come on. Again. So I don't get enough oxygen when I sleep, and I have been known to stop breathing while I'm sleeping. So I don't know. Oh my god. This is getting ridiculous. So, and I don't know what to do for it, you know. I really have no idea how to fix the sleeping problem, the breathing problem, the insomnia problem. I have some nights when I don't sleep. I don't go to sleep until 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's aggravating because when I go to get up, because my brother usually comes to get me about 9. Sometimes I have my alarm set and it goes off at 8. But it's just, I don't know. I want to have a full night's sleep. a solid, healthy 7 or 8 hours sleep of actual normal breathing, not sleep apnea, not snoring. Just what is it like to have a normal night's sleep? I know there are people out there who have it. There might not be many people out there who have it, but I know I cannot be. I'm not the only person who wonders about this. But man, and the yawning. I yawn all day. I do. And it's an aggravation, because when you're trying to hold a conversation with somebody and you're trying to make it seem, they're not boring you. I talk to people and I'm like, and if I'm constantly yawning, I'm like, the conversation is not boring, I promise you. I don't breathe at night when I go to sleep. Or I may be tired because I only slept for a half hour to an hour that night. And I don't understand. I can't. Melatonin is starting to not work for me. I don't take it on a regular basis because I don't want it to not work for me, but it seems like I'm going down that path anyway. I used to take at least one pill of the melatonin at night, and it would help me get drowsy. It wouldn't put me to sleep, but it would help me get drowsy. So, when I start feeling drowsy, I get into my room, I get comfortable, get the blankets over me, get in that right spot, cut off my light, and just go to sleep. But I don't know what happens by the time it won't quit. But the time that I actually go to sleep to the time I wake back up, what happens in between that? And I know I should probably do a sleep study so they can tell me what's going on. But I don't know where to do a sleep study at, y'all. I don't have the connections to find this stuff. Y'all have to tell me that. I'm adjusting myself in my seat so I can get comfortable. I'm not trying to kiss you. I'm trying to get adjusted in my seat. But I don't know where to do a sleep study. I don't know how a sleep study works. I don't know. Do I have to pay someone for a sleep study? Does someone pay me for a sleep study? Is it free? I don't know. But I just wish somebody could tell me what is going on. I have no clue. And I'm worried that it might be getting a little dangerous. Because at some point I'm going to be living alone. At some point I'm going to be living by myself. And my cat is not always going to be around to wake me up when I stop breathing. Because when I'm not breathing or when I'm snoring extremely hard, he wakes me up. He comes over, he crawls up my chest, and he puts his paws on my face, and that's how he wakes me up. And normally when I'm waking up, I'm waking up and it's like right after a snore. But he's the one that woke me up. And it's insane. Oh. And this is not even a joke. It's a nuisance at this point to continue yawning, to continue being tired throughout the day, to need a nap midday, like, I don't know. These are the things that concern me. These are the things that keep me awake sometimes or disturb my sleep. And we're not even going to go into the nightmares. That's a whole nother ball of wax. But there's a lot that goes on at night, you know, besides in my head and how I'm sleeping, how I'm not sleeping. And I really don't feel like I have somebody I can just, you know, go to and talk to about this. Because I mean, yes, I have friends, wonderful, beautiful, darling friends, but they also have their own lives. They also have their own situations and their own problems that they're going through. I can't keep, you know, bothering people who have to take care of families and who have children, who have bills, who have you know, their own probably mental issues and things going on. So I can't dump my problems on them because they have their own. So what do? You know, how do you figure this stuff? You do your own research. You know, you write stuff down, you take notes, and you do what you got to do to take care of yourself. I mean, you can't always rely on someone else to do this for you. You're the adult, you've got to do it. If you want to see results, you got to take care of you. Nobody's going to take care of you except you. So that's what you do. But man, I just wish I knew where to start. That's my thing. If I knew where to start, I'd try to figure that out. But right now, I guess Google is my friend, or ChatGPT, or a combination of both. You know, how do you figure out why you're so tired during the day? What can you do? Oh, my eyes watering up like crazy. Alright, come on. You got the green light. Something else I don't understand, people stopping at a green light. Now, I do understand checking to see if anybody's crossing the street, because sometimes people cross the street while the light is green, and technically you may have the right of way, but you also don't want to run down a pedestrian. So I get slowing down, I get a yield, I understand that. But actually stopping at a red light, I do not get. Excuse me. And I was driving one time, and it was like the light was green, like just full on green. It wasn't like a green arrow or anything, just full on green. And the person in front of me was inching up while the light was red. They kept inching up and inching up. And as soon as the light turned green, they stopped. I'm like, hello? What are you doing? And it was like, I am not a person who blows their horn. I simply do not. But the light was green for like a solid 3 seconds, and this light does not stay green for long. So I beat my horn. And then I saw the person actually look up and then move. And I'm like, what were you doing? Seriously. Oh my goodness. If you're in the car alone, you know, like I am now, don't ever head down working on your phone or whatever it is you're doing. Pay attention to the traffic going on around you. Pay attention to the lights. You know, the flow of people going on around you. I have to get some napkins because this eye is like tearing up like I'm crying. See, I know my mom has dry eye. I do not. Mine is from excessive yawning. But it's like it'll tear up to the point to where it just looks like I'm crying. And I'm like, I'm not crying. My situation is sad, but I'm not crying. Oh man. You do what you gotta do, right? Invest in Kleenex. I do apologize for all the yawning. I'm not tired. I don't feel tired. I'll put it that way. I don't feel tired. My body may be tired, but I feel fine. I really do wish I knew what was going on in here, you know. If I had the medical expertise to, you know, figure it out on my own, I would. I do not have that. I do not have the medical knowledge to fix whatever is going on inside. But I guess next best thing is to find someone who does and see what they can do to help me. Because Lord knows I do not. I don't like the excessive yawning. I don't like, you know, looking like I'm bored with people when I'm talking to them when I'm not, you know, or having my eyes tear up like I've been watching a sad movie. Oh, gotta figure stuff out. That's the thing. And I will, eventually. If I ever do start doing the research. Because I stay busy with several things. I'm working on 2 different books. I still have my short film that me and my brother are supposed to be filming, which we haven't started at all. I have the concept of the story written down. I have some of the script written down, which I think I need to get that printed out. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I drifted off into thought there. I do need to get that printed out. It's an interesting concept, but I'm trying to think if I want to do it in color, if I want it to be in black and white. I think I want it to be in black and white because I want it to be focused more on the storytelling rather than the look of things, the color of things. That's not what's important. So I think I may do it in black and white. It's a serious little project. It's close to my heart. It's important to me. So I have to keep myself busy for some reason. I can't sit idle. I mean, because I start feeling, you know, useless and like I'm not accomplishing anything. I already feel like I haven't accomplished anything in my life. You know, getting That Book Girl done and published it felt like I actually accomplished something, but that was only one book, which is why I'm working on another and another. Yes, 2 books at once. they are not going to be released at the same time. No, one is going to be released this summer. The other one is going to be released next year. Hopefully the beginning of next year. But I have to do something. I have to keep moving. Lord knows I sometimes don't know what to do with myself. That sign says clearly no turn on red, so I'm going to be still until the light turns green again. But I don't understand people who can stay idle for long, extended periods of time. I can't. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I got some wires crossed in my head. I don't know. I know I'm rambling on and I apologize, but when I have a lot of stuff locked in my head, I have to get it out. It's like a mental flush, kind of, you know. Once that mental flush is done and stuff that has been bothering me and constantly piling up in the back of my head, once it's finally all out, I can focus. And I don't know, it's like dealing with mental bulimia. I know that is probably a horrible way to describe it. Nice guy. I've actually been in Firehouse, so their food is really good. But it is kind of that's the only way I can describe it, because I have all these ideas and I take in all this information, and then my brain gets overwhelmed and I have to flush it all out, and that's the only way I know how to describe it. And yes, I have dealt with that. Something I don't talk about much, but I do think people need to talk about different health crisis they've ever been in. You know, they've been in it. Therapy is a good thing. I think it is. But man, who do you go to when you don't know who to go to? I'll let this person figure out where they're going first before I go anywhere. I'm gonna cut the video here, and we will talk about this later. I will talk to you guys soon, and stay wonderful, stay beautiful. Love you guys. Bye.